I said, we want to talk about what's afflicting the market given the positive news that we've seen around companies and also the very good economic data that we've seen coming out of Nigeria showing economic growth in the first quarter up 6.6%, but the market is down. Why is the market down when we've got good news all around?
We have a lot of profit taking still existing, and as much as we have a lot of investment still going on, profit-taking activities are still superseding that. Last week we saw that the market gained 3 days out of 5, and we saw the market start on a bearish note. It picked up, and overall it gained marginally at the end of the week last week. So we're looking at the same trend now. Yes, we have good results, we have good financial indicators coming up in the economy, but at the same time, sentiments is still a bit muted. Investments by key institutional investment is still a bit muted. So we are seeing profit taking take the upper hand at the stock market, which was obvious again today.
Sure, but if you were to break it down, Damilola, who would you say has been selling this market? Because we have seen, as I said at the beginning of the show, pressure in global equities because, of course, of the worries around Greek and whether there's going to be a default there, and therefore investors are pulling back. Would it be correct to suggest that foreign investors are also pulling out of Nigeria?
No, I won't say that. I won't say that. Right now, what we have in the market is we have a lot of short-term investors, which look strategically for key stocks to go in, and they exit their positions immediately. They have been able to get some profits out of it. So as long as we have that constituting a strong part of the investment in our stock exchange, we're going to see a lot of fluctuations when they exit and when they enter into the market, which is what we've seen. So the banking industry was a bit muted. The performance was a bit muted. Some days we see strong beats, and some days last week you see strong offers. So it's this cycle that we're going to have pervasive in the system.
But I was going to suggest to you that the market is not exactly cheap at the moment, because I was looking at the numbers, at least at the end of last week, the numbers that I have here from one of the banks in Nigeria suggesting that the Nigerian equity market is trading at a price to earnings ratio of about 15 times. Yes, that looks good compared to South Africa, Egypt, and the other big markets around Africa, but 15 times is not exactly cheap, so perhaps it's not surprising that investors are taking a little of a backseat.
No, I don't think so. Investors are still waiting because there's still a lot of things in progress. So the astute investors would invest marginally, but they will still wait to see how the trend goes, see how the CBN reforms actually take hold. So there's still a lot of wait and see in Nigerian banking, the Nigerian stock market. So it's not like we're going to see inflow of foreign investment directly and it's going to be steady. There are a lot of more cautious investors out there. So they will be waiting, they'll be watching out to see what actually happens before they actually make that investment. All that said, we're still seeing some that are still investing in Nigeria. So it is for the long term, it is a market that should be invested in.